yet is that Lexington has won the Mayor's Challenge. Not yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. But hold on. I can report that just last week, 4 representatives from Lexington, 4 of our people, were in New York for what was called the Challenge Boot Camp. And they got some good marks. Let's give them a big hand because they, and you know what? So many of you all, some way or another, you got involved in the city's Innovation Award, in the process, in encouraging ideas. And what the Bloomberg folks said to our people was that Lexington did a great job of reaching out and engaging our citizens and their ideas. And I heard a lot of you say that Lexington's ideas and Lexington's people is what makes us so special, and that is what got us in the top 20. So thank you all so much. It really has been a testament to what this city represents and what it's all about. Now, a lot of you, I look around the room tonight, hey Rob, I look around the room tonight and I see so many of you who are here literally almost 2 years ago in the room right back there. In fact, I see some of you who were not here 2 years ago. And I am so thankful that those of you who are here tonight that weren't here 2 years ago are here tonight. Alan Stein, hey man. I love it. I love it. So many of you have such, all of you know, you have such an attachment and a commitment to Lexington. What makes it special? When we think of our rich, 237-year history, authenticity, and what's special and unique about Lexington. When we look today, Walt Gatfield, I was just talking to Walt, I think of Emma Tibbs, I think of the Fayette County Neighborhood Council, the neighborhoods in our city. Someone said to me today, Lexington is a collection of neighborhoods. And that extraordinary collection of neighborhoods and people make this city special. When we also think about history, we think that it's not just history for history's sake, but it's the promise and the potential of tomorrow. That's what is so special. It's respecting our past, but leveraging that past for our future. The last couple of years, of course, things have changed. I'll never forget in that the room right back there. And looking out from the stage and seeing family, seeing my mom smiling. But like all of you, I believed in one thing, that when people feel better about their city, they will feel better about themselves. And that is a big deal. And today, we are on the right track. We are taking our city to the place where people feel better about themselves.
Yes, we are.
That is a deal. We're on to something. I'm not going to be up here all night, I promise y'all. But we started this whole thing, we started this with a plan to give Lexington a fresh start, to really reach out and stretch, and to claim being a great American city, not the biggest city, but a great American city, reaching into our past and the times when there was a great sense of Lexington having a special place on the map of America. Today, we've been working hard to recruit new businesses to Lexington. Bingham McCutcheon selected Lexington, a law firm out of Boston, 1,000-member law firm with 14 offices around the globe, around the world, and they examined 300 cities across America, and they selected Lexington. You should be proud of that. Everybody here proud of that. And you know what they said, and what Tracy Whitley said when she met with us after the announcement. She said, you know, Jim, she said, I can put it in one word, why we selected Lexington after looking at 300 cities, including our finalist, our competitor, Kansas City. She said, I can put it in one word, optimism. Optimism. And thank all of you for that spirit of optimism. Now, you know, some other things have happened. Our downtown. You know, there's a spirit today in our downtown. Things coming together. A lot of people have said to me, you know, Jim, that 21C is a great deal. What do you all think? 21C in Lexington. Hayden, I like that, man. Even Hayden, you like it, Hayden?
Yes, I do.
Yes. All right, buddy. But other things, you know, too. Reimagining the center of our city, 46 acres today where Rupp Arena stands. You know, 40 years ago, we built under a different time. Urban renewal, those of you in this room, many of you know that urban renewal may have done some good things, but it also compromised some things. But what we have today is an asset to reimagine the footprint of our city. 46 acres, a rare asset. And then to imagine the town branch, Lexington's original water source, and what it could be in the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, to resurrect, in a sense, that town branch. And a lot of people will say, you know, Jim, you're just dreaming a lot about that stuff. But guess what? You all, people in this room, know that dreams intelligently engaged, disciplined, can become a reality. And the city can be something great. Now we all know that there's room for improvement. And that's what's so engaging, and that's what's so exciting. And we all know that we've got more to do. Just tonight, I saw Annette Mayer. I saw some of you all. Annette, where are you? Hold your hand up back here. She said, just like others said, so Jim, what are you gonna do in the next 2 years? Well, actually, I'm just gonna say what I say routinely. Even on a bad day, this is a great job. I love working for all of you. And I would like to stay on the job.
Yeah!
Exactly. So I know that 2 years is a long time away, but I want to ask you tonight for your help and your support in 2014.
Yeah!
I got a lot of things on this paper, and I'm gonna shorthand it real quick. When we came into office a couple of years ago, you know, the city was facing what amounted to about a $35 million deficit. Well, you know, we pulled together, we worked on it, and we turned it around in terms of the numbers, and that's a big deal. But we've also, you know, in many respects, and it has nothing to do, I'm not claiming credit at all, but a lot of great people. Government sometimes gets, you know, the bad message. But a lot of folks in our government are doing great work. And so when you see a policeman, when you see a fireman, when you see the folks in our waste management. You know, give them a pat on the back because, you know, they're like every one of you all in this room. They deserve it. And we appreciate and recognize the work of those folks all across our city who are doing extraordinary things. Just the other day, though, I want to mention this. I want to mention this because it's kind of a big deal. Some of y'all live, you know, out Richmond Road. You've passed, I'm sure, in the last 10 years, you've passed apartments, an apartment complex that was called Pennington Place, that was slowly, over time, decaying. Lots of crime, lots of really distressing things are happening. The last year, not just Pennington Place with 300 apartments, but also apartments called Sonnet Cove. Both of them are one has already been completed, a renovation, where decay was occurring, a renovation. And now new apartments, people are living in it. And Pennington Place was just announced last week. And what I want to share with y'all is that the folks that are doing the Pennington Place project, they said to me at that announcement just last week, they said, Jim, we were ready, we were that close to doing a project, a recovery project like this in another city. They didn't tell me what city, but they said, we came to Lexington and we got a reception here with the people. People here were friendly, and you guys were willing to work with us. And that made the difference. And so we decided to invest more than $20 million in Lexington and recover and renovate, repair, resurrect those 300 apartments out on Richmond Road. And instead of decay, we now have an opportunity for a real neighborhood again. And that is a tribute to people in this room and across this city. I'm routinely reminded as I come in, I'm coming around the bend to close you all. I want y'all to get back to conversation and libation. It reminds me, I got to meet the mayor of Philadelphia. He's a great guy. His name is Mike Nutter. And Mike has you know, we think Lexington, sometimes I think, you know, Lexington got some challenges. But I'll tell you, you know, you get a city like Philadelphia and Boston, big cities, Mayor Bloomberg will say in New York, he said, Jim, we were talking about his budget one day, and he said, you know, it's a $60 billion budget, you know, more than 10 million people. And he said, well, the problems are all the same. It's just a matter of digits. But Nutter has a great line, and he says it routinely. He says about being mayor, he says, if you have a deep need to be loved, do not run for mayor. Work in a pet store. So we learned that. We learned, though, that as I've already said it, and I say it as I thank you guys, all of y'all, from the bottom of my heart, I say routinely that even on a bad day, it is a great job because this is a great city. Being mayor is, in a sense, an unlimited license to explore. Those in public service in this room, Kathy Stein, I probably missed Siobhan, our newly elected council member-elect, Siobhan Akers, and who else is here? Yeah, and hey, I don't know if anybody else is here, but you know, we have it's a rich blessing. Sometimes you have to take a deep breath and stand and step back because sometimes the challenges are really tough. But when you have a city with the people like we've got, it is every day I'm reminded of how lucky I am to have the job. So thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Appreciate it enormously. Let's go. Thank y'all.